calling from a 908 area code. Who's this? Where are you calling from?
Is this me?
Yes, it is you.
This is Pat from New Jersey.
Pat from New Jersey. What's on your mind?
I just wanted to say, first time calling, long time listener. I wanted to thank you guys so much for being one of the first progressive channels I think I ever heard talk about urbanism and just transportation from a progressive lens. So on that note, stuff like the congestion pricing in New York, I love hearing about that, and honestly would love to hear even more.
Well, wait, are you, where in Jersey are you?
I am a little bit outside of the city. I'm over in Bergen.
Oh, you're in Bergen County area. You don't need to say where. So what? Like you're an hour and 15 out, probably driving?
If I were to drive, yeah, it would be, I don't know, hour 15, a little closer than that. But
okay.
Usually I would just take the train because it's just by far the better option.
Right. Yeah. It's interesting to see because there's basically been like a suburban revolt against congestion pricing. But I feel like it's going to not last too long because NJ Transit in particular, you know, it's like it's quite convenient. And even wealthy New Jersey commuters take NJ Transit.
I mean, the train out there is really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've gone into the city, I've gone into the city on the weekend, and honestly, when you get to Secaucus Junction, it is packed there. There's so much demand for more NJ Transit.
Yeah, it's going to be good because I think some of the money that's going to be raised from this goes to not just MTA funding, but it's also going to go towards the LARR and NJ Transit, is my understanding.
I wish there was an ability to have, you know, one or two more Metro North lines. I mean, there's one that goes up to Poughkeepsie, but the bottom line is it probably should be double, triple, 4 times the cost, frankly.
Yeah, and quadruple for Cybertrucks.
Yeah, they originally, I'm sure you guys are aware, they originally wanted like 27. I think what got approved before Hochul stepped in was something around 17 or 18, something like that. And then 9 was what they worked it down to after her pause.
It's going to improve the quality of life. And for people who really need to drive into the city, really need to, it's going to improve their experience and also save them time. I mean, somebody was making this point, you know, online today where, you know, a guy who had to drive in from New Jersey, he's like, and actually the commute took me an hour less. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, you're driving into the city and you save $9. I mean, it costs you $9, but you're saving an hour. Worth it.
Yeah, and also you can get a dispensation, I believe, from the fee if you make
under 60 grand.
Under 60 grand, and something like over half of MTA or of subway stations in the city are not handicap accessible, which, by the way, I'm not sure about the statute, but shouldn't that be illegal on the federal level? Like, you're supposed to be able to make your transit stops, at least a majority of them, accessible for handicap people. So
I know they've been adding elevators, but they need more money.
They need more money, and this is going to help that. So
they're working on it. It's a part of a longer process. I just wanted to say that I think, if I heard correctly earlier, I think somebody mentioned that New Jersey was getting some of this money. My understanding is that's actually not true. That was something that was on the table, but New Jersey chose to reject it and pursue this stupid lawsuit that they've been doing for the last like 6-8 months. So they actually, my understanding is they are not getting a dime now. So they actually screwed themselves.
Whoopsie.
But they are trying to expand the freeway.
Yeah, they're wasting about $11 billion doing that.
Oh, well, Josh Gottheimer will fix it.
I had so many thoughts on him.
Yeah.
I wanted to just say 2 things real quick before I duck off. Number one is for anyone who's listening who is in New Jersey, there are a lot of organizations within New Jersey that are not suburban car-brained and do want to actually improve transit and bike access and everything around the state. So please do look up some organizations.
Yeah.
NJ Bike and Pedestrian Walk is great. Hudson County Complete Streets does fantastic work. And there are various other organizations around the state. And then two, the only other thing I want to say before I duck off is I have been kicking around an idea since the election about something that Democrats could run on come 2028, which is sort of informed by Kyle from Secular Talk, although I do have to say I came up with this before I heard him sort of get into more of his like idea that Democrats need to be more combative, more controversial and all. And that is, I think a slogan like being the first administration to jail a billionaire would actually be a pretty engaging approach for trying to rally up some more populist support for our side. And I just kind of wanted to throw that out there and get your guys' thoughts on something like that.
I mean, I don't think you need to jail billionaires. I just think that you need to make it illegal to become a billionaire. In other words, our laws should be structured in such a way that you are not physically capable of amassing that kind of wealth. And I would also add to that you don't have to go to jail if you're a billionaire. The law would be we have confiscatory taxation on wealth, and we're going to take away, if you have whatever percentage you have, whatever amount of money you have over, let's say, I don't know, 200 million, 300 million, 400 million, you'll still get to own all of that money. You still have your Fursinks and your Bugattis and your whatever it is, but you can't be shopping around for what planet am I going to fly to today, or what country am I going to buy. That's just, we just don't, you don't need to put them in jail. It's just you need to make being a billionaire illegal in the same way that it is illegal for you to be a monopoly, or it's, illegal to you to own whatever it is, every newspaper in a city or something like that.
I do think going after wealth is important because we focus a lot on income issues.
We have to go after wealth because we haven't been going after income for long enough. Like we're behind it, but appreciate the call.
Thank you.
Also, I'm in New York because I got accepted to NYU and Pepperdine University, and I chose New York so I wouldn't have to have a car. I'm a full supporter of the war on cars, and every city that lessens the amount of cars in their downtown is better for it.
Yeah. I do think, though, like the economic populist thing that he was trying to say, I think that when we're seeing in Canada right now with the revolt against the Liberals because in large part it's about housing, like the Democrats in 2028 and in 26, they can focus on healthcare and housing and have robust policy choices or sets on that front and a clear vision, because those are the kinds of things that affect people day to day.
Folks, that ends the phone call portion of our program. Nobody waited on the line for more than 25 minutes, and I'm very proud of myself. We got 3 or 4 calls in.
Very nice.
Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.